Hello, and this is Red Umbrella Girl. I'm here with my first video. I've been trying to convince myself to make a video for a while, and well, I finally did. This is a review of one of the series that Super Jeenius is currently posting while I'm recording this. He is at about episode 28, as of me recording this, and I've watched all of those episodes, and it is Persona 4. I must admit that I love that game. I want to buy it so bad, and I can't wait till I have the money to buy it, and a PS Vita or something along those lines. Whatever I can play it on. But anyway, this is not technically going to be a review of his gameplay or anything. This is more... People in the comment section have been saying how the anime sucks, the blah 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 blah. What I'd like to do is kind of compare the anime to the video game without giving spoilers. If you've already watched episode 28 of Super Jeenius Let's Play, there should be no spoilers / very little spoilers. The anime does do a couple of scenes differently. They have to because they have less time. So there might be sort of spoilers with the anime, but I hope I don't take anything away from your experience. Anyway, diving into this, the anime has some crutches that need to be acknowledged before actually thinking about comparing the anime and the video game. And the video game has a ton of ups to it, because one, more people are going to be willing to put more time into a video game than an anime. It's kind of surprising, but yeah, gasp. You see the video game and the anime, and 4 episodes into the video game, you've got about 1 episode of the anime. You've got a good 1:4 ratio as far as the anime goes. So you've got a lot less time with the anime, so you've got to make it a lot more condensed, and it makes sense. I mean, animes that go on for a long time tend to be kind of their own thing, as well as they tend to be something that's more manageable. It's hard to explain, but Persona 4 is kind of not anime healthy. Also, if you heard me bump the mic, I am very sorry, but I did. There are certain aspects of it, like just how in-depth you have to go into a social link. To be honest, in order to fully appreciate a social link, I think every rank up would have to be an episode, or every couple of ranks up, and it would end up being a life. And an anime usually isn't supposed to show a life, it's supposed to show an aspect of a life. And you can delve deeper into the life, usually, but you don't often do it. It's usually in a flashback episode or a specific episode. This entire story is about the normal life of someone, so it's kind of normal. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. The fighting's interesting. In the anime, I do like how they portray the fighting. I like a couple of scenes better, not gonna lie. There are some in the anime where, especially early on, the first and second episode, I tend to like better the way they portray the characters. Also, you can't, unless you watch the anime, you really can't judge Yanamura. I'm sorry, I know him as Light because of Super Jeenius. That's not gonna work. The main character, because you make all of the decisions. In the anime, the main character tends to take a lot of Yosuke's lines from the video game. And this is kind of interesting to me, because in the video game, I feel a lot like if you weren't there, this entire thing would still go on. Yosuke would just kind of take your place. At this point, the main reason you're there is because you're the talented person. But Yosuke could completely do most of what you do. In the anime, it makes it a lot more reasonable that your character, or that the main character's there. I don't know, that's kind of just my feel. I haven't noticed that with a lot of other people. But Yosuke does seem to be the leader in the video game, and he still nominates you leader because he wants to be the advisor. Which makes sense to me. I know that's a lot more realistic. But if you notice in the anime, it's a lot more obvious who should be leader. And you really don't get that kind of character development for Yosuke because you don't have that opportunity much. I don't think they ever actually have that scene in the anime. Well, it's kind of a shame. I do like that scene. However, they do introduce Yosuke a lot better. Yosuke is the very first character that you get to save. And he is immediately after all of the tutorial introduction stuff. So, he doesn't get as great an introduction as I think he should have. And the anime does really well with the introduction for Yosuke. They make it plain Yosuke really liked Senpai. In the, maybe it's translation, or I'm not sure. But in the video game, it's a lot less certain. And I think perhaps in Japanese it was displayed with less words, or maybe just as a design choice video game wise. I mean, you do have gamers playing this, they're not really into an interactive book, which is kind of a video game, but like, they want some fighting. It's a video game. At some point you gotta give the audience what they want. But I digress. I just think the anime had a better feel for that. I like the way the anime handles fighting, and I like the interactions between characters. Also, because the anime seems to be canon, I would hope it's canon, you do kind of see what the animator, or what the creators of the video game were looking at, were expecting of the main character, which is interesting to me. Also, I like the way that they held the social links. I did entirely spoil the basketball social link for myself, because episode 5 is dealing with the strength arcana social link. So if you haven't seen that maxed out, I kind of wouldn't recommend watching it. I still want to watch all of the strength arcana social link in video game, and I want to play it, and all of that. So, yeah. Also, the anime feels like it would make a lot less sense if I hadn't watched the video game. It does get a little bit jumpy. I can't exactly say that without being biased, because I already have the information from watching the video game, and from the area that I did spoil for myself, it was pretty fluent. The anime, like I said, it's a pretty well crafted anime. I mean, it's fluent, it's entertaining, and I've got very little time left. I have only watched 5 episodes. I'm trying to spoil as little as possible and watch Super Jeenius first. But considering Super Jeenius hasn't uploaded yet, I might watch another of the anime. Anyway, this has been Red Brown Girl. I hope you enjoyed this particular recording. I hope that you like and perhaps subscribe, because I'll do more of this if you do. And thank you, and good day.